It's bad here, man. It's really bad. I already had a video online about, well, it's not exactly the same thing. It's more of an explanation and like so to that, right? This is a zoo, right? It's not just this island. It's an archipelago of islands, right? And it's bad. I keep saying it's bad. Well, like a zoo, well, I mean, what do you have in a zoo? In any zoo, you'd have lots of what? Animals, right? Yeah. Well, in this zoo, practically everybody's the animal, right? But the rules of any zoo, if you travel to any zoo, you'd hear people say, well, don't feed the animals. Okay? You're not supposed to feed the animals in the zoo. If you feed the animals in the zoo, like you'll upset like the whole balance of things. Things will go wrong. Things will go bad. Things will go haywire. Right? It's already bad for certain other people in the zoo who you might not even see. So whoever you see, as far as looking at anybody and thinking this person's doing really bad, well, you don't see the other person behind closed doors, right? You don't see the other people anywhere, right? Now, you feed people just arbitrarily, and usually the people you'd see, right, they're not the best people in the world, right? You feed them, and things go from bad to worse for others, right? You don't worry about any of that mess. The keepers of the zoo will feed people, except they don't feed me. I have to depend on people from overseas, like family, to feed me. Okay, but besides that, though, well, there's paypal.me/Daniel John Campbell. Okay, PAYPAL.me/DANIEL JOHNCAMPBELL. You might say, why would you do something like that? Because when you're here visiting, right, people are going to beg you for anything, like spare change or whatever. And if you don't give to somebody, anybody, they'll find some way to like sneakily take from you. I'm serious. Like, I used to have a bicycle, and everywhere I went, they'd punch a hole in the tire. So I'd have to go somewhere to get like the tire fixed. If you don't give to anybody, they'll like irk it out of you. I'm not joking. Something like that would be like online, right? Like, it would be like a transaction, like financially, it would not be like out of your pocket or anything. So how would people know that? I'm telling you as a fact. Like, for a fact, they know. You mean a bum off the street knows that you make like some financial? Yes, they do. A bum off the street will adhere to the direction and auspices of people up higher. I'm not joking. Well, how they will know. Now, what will I do with the money? Well, live, basically. It's like, what's the difference between you giving it to me or giving it to anybody else? In fact, you'd probably give less to me. Yeah, some phlegm in my throat. You'd probably give less to me. And, oh well, it's more than nothing, right? And what would that serve as? That would serve as so much. Because for you to, okay, not just giving to people. In the process of giving to people, you talk to them too. Or they talk to you. And believe me, they've had lots of experience with you. They have the ability to talk circles around you. Some of them do. Like I said, many of them don't have the ability to deal with people from the outside, right? Certain people from the outside, okay. But okay, even though they don't have the ability to deal with certain people from the outside world, what they do have the ability to do is attack people from the outside world. So okay, the chances are you won't be attacked physically, right? Because so many people visit here. If you tabulate that with the number of people here, you realize the crime rate is not as high as you think, and even the homicide rate. If you were to count many of these people as living here, because I mean they're constantly here, you realize it's not that high. But if you just look at the people, or just think of the people who reside here, you think, wow, Jamaica has a high homicide rate, and it's not just Jamaica, it's the whole Caribbean, or okay, if you want to say the Anglophone Caribbean, it would even be lower, because they're all connected. Now, they can't deal with people from the outside. Okay, so how would they talk to you? They talk to you in like a devious sort of way. They would destroy you with their speech. They cause you to think, well, am I really a good person, or am I evil? I mean, they'd say some things to you, and sometimes, right, they don't say it outright, so it seems disrespectful. You'd feel like you're in the wrong, right, for helping a snake. No, for not helping a snake out of the cold. All the snake wants to do is, enter into a dwelling, something like some house or whatever, get out of the cold. Of course, it's not cold here, but okay, it really is cold here. You know what I mean? So they could just be by the heat of the fire for a while, and then they'll bite you. But okay, before that, they will make you feel like dirt, and they know exactly how to make you feel like dirt. Right? They cannot deal with people from the outside, but what they can do is destroy you mentally. So okay, if you don't want that, like even right now, they're playing music, it's not heard through the recording. While I'm speaking, there's always some noise in the background. Somebody, some gate opening, some gate closing. Oh yes, there you go. Somebody honking a horn. Yes, it's not heard through. I don't think it's heard through the recording because it was distant. But it's loud enough for me to hear though, and it just warps the mind. It just and then somebody was just speaking some gibberish, some garbage nonsense. It was not a word. It's like somebody saying it definitely was not a word. It was something that just came out of somebody's mouth, like blinda, right? And they say so coarse and messed up, it just throws you off completely. And they're really good at that. There are lots of people you don't see. This is a concentration camp. This is a zoo. At any minute, they could really start killing people, like lining people up, shooting. These people are dirt. They're really, really low. But you could have lots of fun here. Lots of fun, tons of fun in Jamaica, and of course other islands too. But they understand. In Jamaica, yeah. So okay, they'd know. They would absolutely know. If you come here and you don't do anything, they'll find a way to sneakily squeeze change out of you. So how much would you be like giving me? Like I said, even less than the change you give other people. Basically, really. And how long would that last? I don't know. Like a phase. Could even be the entire time you're here if it's enough. I don't know. I'm begging for change. Well, I don't have anything else. And I'm being honest. I'm actually being honest. So, okay, what's the difference between all these other people and me? like, do I really have to answer that? I mean, is it obvious or is it not? I mean, I'm straightforward. I'm to your face. I'm like, hey, man, if it's something bad, if it's something I don't like, I tell you straight up and down. Maybe bad at times. I'm like honest. You'll be hit with some. You don't understand. This is a zoo. You're not supposed to feed the animals in the zoo. The keepers will. Don't worry about how bad it is. The keepers of the zoo will definitely feed the people here. And even the keepers are animals, like I said. So if you get into like a long conversation, happy, smiling with them, while you're talking to them, right? Somebody else is being like ripped apart. I'm serious. And you could be on camera or whatever. Somebody else, right? Somebody else, okay, may not be from your same part of your realm. Racism, dog. Somebody who just looks like you. I'm serious. They just talk to somebody like, well, okay, while this guy's talking to somebody, his buddy is whatever else to somebody else. Beating somebody else. I don't know, maybe. While you're talking and smiling out in public and everybody sees that, I don't know, in some back somewhere, somebody who looks like you, or like a gendered opposite, like a counterpart who looks like you, just being like ripped apart. But the person speaking to you, joking around, and the next person connected to that person, because they're both a part of some order. No, I don't mean a gang. I'm talking like the police. But it could be them too. It could be them too. I never thought that it could be them too. It could be like a soldier. You're just smiling. Hey, how are you doing? And he's just so nice and eloquent. And the next soldier, they're both soldiers. They're both soldiers. Yes, they are. So, okay, wouldn't you say the same thing about me? My name is Daniel John Campbell. I'm not dark. I mean, I'm not sure how many people would be able to associate themselves with me. Even somebody say, yo, Timai, again. I don't see how that motherfucker is associated with me because Campbell's not an Italian name. And anyway, that's a slave name. That's a chapter. It's like his name does not count. Whatever, and I never even heard it the whole time I was here, right? And I'm not red. I'm not blue. And I'm not dark-skinned. And that's all all the people keep coming around me. They're red. I'm not red. They're blue. I'm not blue. They're dark. I'm not dark. They're just nappy-headed. I have curly hair. I'm not just nappy-headed. Like anything that's not nappy-headed, they're just against it, right? They're all these different like things that have nothing to do with me, right? And it's a constant stream. Connect any of these people to that's a good question. Like how would something like that occur? Okay, but when you do speak to some other people though, guess what? While you're speaking to this nice, crease uniform, whatever, or whoever, or even another guy who might not be in a uniform, but he just seems like a nice guy or whatever. Yeah. Well, his pal is not his good friend off to the side, wherever it is. He's not that nice. No, he's not that nice. And they could run like a switcheroo kind of game. Yeah. So he's proficient at talking to your type, while the next guy is proficient at talking to the other type. So while he's talking to you, right, another person like you is being dealt with by his pal. Whenever his pal decides to talk to or speak to somebody else not like you, he's dealing with that other person who's similar to the other person who's not like you. You know, when there's certain, okay, they may be like, people could be here, there, wherever, right? And what you see a certain image, and when you get to a certain place, wherever that place is, it's like the faces change, especially here, because they had this whole thought to park a car. They could still, I mean, I'm not saying they scratched it off. They definitely could still do it. Okay, but maybe the plan was for tomorrow. Maybe the plan was for a couple of days from now, something like that. You know, and they'll still do it. Here's this animal outside speaking. But like, you'd have to be brain dead to not understand all the other videos I uploaded, right? You'd have to be fucking stupid. Yo Timai. You'd have to be a fucking retard to not understand. See, I'm even cursing, and that's not good. That's not good at all. But you see, I'm honest though. Okay, I am cursing, and that's not good. But I'm honest. You're not supposed to feed the animals here, because they're animals. The keepers feed the animals here. Except me. Which is why it could be considered, more like a concentration camp. It's like a death camp when it comes to me. Right? You see lots of people. You don't see too much of me. I don't see too much of people like from anywhere else either. But you do see lots of other guys. See, if I never had YouTube, if I was never on Facebook or anything, I'd just disappear, wouldn't I? Yeah, and I'd be dead by now. Joke? No joking. No YouTube, no Facebook, nothing online for the world to see. I'd be dead. I'd be dead a long time ago. Right? Right. I'm being totally honest. What you see is not the total picture. But you'd still have lots of fun here. Lots of fun here. You just have to understand certain things. That's all. You just have to understand certain things about what's actually here. See? The animals are congregating. The animals are gathering around because they're animals. I could either upload this on Google Drive or I could do both. Like a video on YouTube. Yeah, I could do both. Why not? I do for myself, because what do people who ask for change? Hey, can I get some spirit change? Here's like $1. Not $1 here, because $1 here is a coin, and you pick that up off the ground. That would not buy too much of anything. Okay, your dollars, Canadian, yeah, if you want. Your dollars, American, yeah. Pesos, well, I don't care. Mexican, yeah. Maybe someday they'll have like an Amero. Euros, I have no problems with it. It's all international banking, right? Pounds, hey, I love a pound, but not a pound to the face. Oh no, none of that mess. not a punch. Okay, Yeah. But anyway. That was quite long. That was not like a short commercial. But anyway, thank you.